Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a highly effective method for teaching math to elementary students, especially in today's technology-driven world. This method is known as interactive whiteboards. It is particularly effective in elementary classrooms because it caters to visual and interactive learning styles, which are prevalent among young learners. In practice, this method can be implemented by draw and explain. Draw and explain means that the teacher will draw a diagram or visuals to explain a math problem. For example, let's say the teacher wants to teach about fractions. The teacher can draw a circle and divide it into equal parts to represent a fraction. Then the teacher can explain the concept of fractions by using the diagram as a visual aid. The teacher can ask students to identify the numerator and denominator, and then they can use manipulatives to help them understand how to add and subtract fractions. Another example is when teaching about geometry. The teacher can draw different shapes on the board and ask students to identify them. They can also ask students to describe the properties of each shape, such as the number of sides and angles. Then the teacher can use a protractor and a compass to show students how to measure angles and lengths of sides. By using interactive methods like these, students will be more engaged in the learning process and they will be able to grasp the concepts more easily. Now let's look at some of the benefits of using this method. First, it makes learning more engaging and enjoyable for students. Second, it helps cater to different learning styles. Third, it promotes active participation and collaboration. Fourth, it reinforces abstract concepts with visuals and manipulatives. Fifth, it provides immediate feedback to students. And sixth, it allows for differentiation and personalized learning. Now let's look at how to implement this method in your classroom. Step 1. Plan your lesson. Before starting any interactive whiteboard activity, it's essential to have a clear plan in place. Consider your learning objectives, the age and abilities of your students, and the specific interactive whiteboard activity you want to use. Having a well-structured plan will help you stay on track during the lesson and ensure that you cover all the necessary material. Step 2. Introduce the concept. When introducing a new concept or skill, start with a simple explanation and clear learning objectives. This will help students understand what they are learning and why it is important. Use simple language and avoid technical jargon. You can also use examples and real-life scenarios to make the learning objectives more relevant and engaging for students. Step 3. Demonstrate the skill. Once you have introduced the concept, it is time to demonstrate the skill or process you want students to learn. Use the interactive whiteboard to visualize the steps involved and make the learning process more engaging. For example, when teaching math, you can use the interactive whiteboard to show the steps involved in solving an equation or a geometry problem. Step 4. Guided practice. After demonstrating the skill or concept, it is time for guided practice. This is when you work through examples with students and provide them with feedback. Use the interactive whiteboard to display the steps involved and ask students to participate. This could involve asking them to solve a problem as a class or having them work in small groups. Step 5. Independent practice. Once students have mastered the skill or concept, it is time for independent practice. This can be done through various means such as worksheets or online quizzes. You can also encourage students to create their own problems and solutions to share with the class. Step 6. Review and assess. Finally, it is important to take time to review the lesson and assess students' understanding. This can be done through a variety of methods such as exit tickets or informal assessments. By reviewing the lesson, you can identify any misconceptions or areas where students need additional support. In conclusion, the draw and explain method is a powerful tool for teaching math to elementary students. It makes learning more engaging, caters to different learning styles, promotes active participation, and much more. To effectively implement this method, it's important to plan your lesson, introduce the concept, demonstrate the skill, guided practice, independent practice, and review and assess. By following these steps and using the tips provided, You can create a fun and effective learning environment that will help your students succeed in mathematics. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing videos. Thank you and have a great day.